HOA tried demolishing my cabin, didn't realize I own their whole lakefront clubhouse. Jack had lived in his lakeside cabin for 20 years. A quiet man who cherished the solitude of pine-scented mornings and the ripple of water against his dock. The cabin, built by his late father, was his sanctuary, a modest wooden haven where he grieved, healed, and found purpose carving furniture by hand. But the Lakeview Homeowners Association, led by Karen Whitaker, had other plans. Karen, a real estate mogul with a smile as sharp as her stilettos, wanted the lakefront pristine for her elite clubhouse members. Jack's eyesore cabin didn't fit her vision of manicured lawns and yacht parties. Last spring, she sent a bulldozer to his doorstep with a demolition notice, claiming his land violated HOA bylaws. Jack's refusal to budge sparked a war that would unravel secrets neither side could have foreseen. Karen wasn't just a control freak. She was a master manipulator. She rallied the HOA board, wealthy retirees, and tech moguls with tales of Jack's squatter's shack, lowering property values. She painted him as a recluse hoarding land that rightfully belonged to the community. But Jack wasn't a squatter. His family had owned the entire lakefront since the 1950s, including the plot where the HOA's gleaming clubhouse stood. The HOA leased that land from Jack's father decades ago, a detail buried in dusty county records Karen never bothered to check. Jack, grieving his father's death, hadn't enforced the lease terms until now. The tension escalated at the HOA's annual gala, held at the clubhouse overlooking Jack's cabin. Karen, in a crimson gown, toasted to progress, while announcing plans to seize Jack's property through eminent domain. Jack crashed the party, his work boots thudding on polished floors. He held a faded deed, his voice steady but laced with fury. "You're standing on my land," he said. "Every inch of this clubhouse is mine." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Karen laughed, dismissing him as delusional, but her eyes betrayed a flicker of doubt. Mia, Karen's assistant and the gala's organizer, watched silently from the sidelines, her loyalty to Karen wavering. Mia, a local who'd grown up fishing on Jack's dock, knew his family's history. She'd seen the deed years ago when helping her grandfather, the county clerk, digitize records. The next morning, Karen doubled down. She hired lawyers to challenge Jack's claim, spreading rumors that he'd forged the deed. The HOA board, desperate to protect their status, funded her crusade. Jack, outmatched financially, leaned on Mia, who began secretly feeding him county records. Mia's betrayal of Karen wasn't just professional, it was personal. Karen had promised to mentor Mia, but instead treated her like a servant, mocking her small-town roots. Mia's quiet rebellion gave Jack the edge he needed, but it came at a cost. Karen caught wind of Mia's disloyalty and fired her publicly, humiliating her in front of the HOA elite. The climax came on a crisp autumn evening at the lakefront. Jack, Mia, and Karen faced off on the dock, the clubhouse glowing behind them. Karen, flanked by her lawyers, demanded Jack surrender or face ruin. Jack revealed his trump card, a notarized letter from his father, confirming the lease and his right to terminate it. The clubhouse, Karen's pride and joy, was legally his to reclaim or demolish. Mia, trembling, stepped forward, her voice cracking. "I found proof in the archives," she said. Jack's telling the truth. Karen's composure shattered. She lunged at Mia, accusing her of sabotage, but the lawyers restrained her. The crowd of HOA members, watching from the shore, began to murmur. Doubt spread like wildfire. Then came the twist. Mia's grandfather, Old Man Carter, emerged from the shadows. Frail but fierce, he'd been the clerk who notarized Jack's father's lease. He'd kept silent out of fear of Karen's influence but could no longer watch his granddaughter suffer. Carter's testimony, backed by decades of credibility, sealed Karen's fate. The HOA board, realizing their legal standing was crumbling, turned on her. Karen's empire of control collapsed as the truth sank in. Her ambition had blinded her to the lake's true owner. Jack could have raised the clubhouse, but he didn't. Instead, he offered a new lease fair terms, with funds to restore the lake's ecosystem, neglected under Karen's reign. The HOA humbled, accepted. Karen, disgraced, left town, her reputation in tatters. Mia found work at the county office, her courage earning her respect. Jack returned to his cabin, but the victory felt hollow. The lake, once his refuge, now carried the weight of betrayal and greed. The cost of truth was steep. Jack lost his privacy, Mia her innocence, and the community its illusion of unity. Karen's fall exposed the fragility of power built on lies, but it didn't erase the scars. As Jack sat on his dock, watching the sunset, he wondered if justice was worth the bitterness it left behind. What do you think, was Jack's fight for his land a triumph of justice, or did it deepen the community's wounds? Share your perspective.